Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And this is Craving Cars.
Thursday.
And we're live.
We are. We're alive and kicking. We survived Waynestock 2025.
Podcast edition. There we go. Podcast edition. Here we go. Of Craving Cars.
Yep.
Lovely.
Yep.
Lovely. And welcome. Thank you, everybody. We got a handful of people that has already chimed into the chat, so feel free to chat away. If you're not watching us live, feel free to comment away.
That's right. Steven, turn your speakers on. That's why you don't hear us.
Feel free to don't hear nothing. What? I think that was up there before we even went live.
It kind of was.
Okay. Can you hear us okay? Can you hear us now?
Sir Retznom joined us really early.
This ain't a
He was
Verizon
excited
commercial,
for
but
today's show.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you remember that there was what was it? Someone did a
Thanks, Sean.
Someone did a thing saying, back in the day that Can You Hear Us Now commercial with Verizon, and they made fun of it where the guy goes, "Can you hear me now?" And then some guy just came off screen, punched the dude in the stomach, and said, "Can you hear that?" And it walked off. I'm like, anyways, all right,
Yeah, that's a good one.
okay.
Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Big shout out to our sponsors.
Yep, we got them down below.
We do. Let's go through them.
What do we got?
We have Flying H Drag Strip. Lots of cool things going on out
One
there.
of the best drag strips in the nation.
They are. Yep. Top 6 for sure, I would think. They've been ranked. But anyway, they do a great job out there. It's great for the Kansas City community. Gives us a place to go and see some cool stuff that we don't
have to go ridiculously out of state somewhere to see some awesome drag racing.
We're going to be there.
We have it here in town.
We're going to be there soon for the Boost and Barbecue with our good friend Justin Keith and all of them. So we'll be out there for that show. So we're looking forward to that coverage. That's going to be a great time.
Hey, we got someone who's on his shirt right there.
That's right.
We are warriors.
Jason.
Yeah, look at that. And you can too get one of those. Actually, I don't think you get those shirt anymore.
No, these were limited pressed.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
Yeah, I have a red version. You got a green version.
Yep.
I don't know why I didn't get a green version.
Yeah, and again, I don't know why because we don't color coordinate with each other. I don't ask you what are you wearing,
Apparently
but
we
today it looks like we just decided to wear military-esque for no reason.
I do because I got the van in the background.
Yeah.
You got it sitting right behind me. Can you see you guys? Right there.
Yeah, you're gonna put the Invictus on it.
Oh yeah.
So that's the new suspension system that you're trying to get on the van.
Hey, that's the new sponsor of the show, everybody. Invictus.
Invictus.
It's not actually. It's not a sponsor, but you can clearly. Someone send a message out to them. Please sponsor.
Yeah,
I would love to have the suspension.
I'll buy it if you sponsor them.
What are you buying?
I don't know.
Because you don't want to buy the suspension.
Uncork Wine and
Or
Spirits.
is there anybody else that wants to sponsor some van build stuff? Because it's like $10,000 for the suspension. So I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't either. Don't look at me.
Maybe somebody out there does.
Don't look at me.
I know who does.
I can help you put it on.
Invictus. Yeah, there you go. They've got it. No, they're a sponsor, but hey, it'd be cool.
Yep.
Anyways, we got Uncorked Wine and Spirits.
Yep. Dave, I thought we'd see him at Waynestock. Unfortunately, he got busy and wasn't able to make it out to us. But go check him out.
So we need to go just to his place and poke him with the stick.
We do. We get him back out there. I need to see that.
We like to see our sponsors, or at least communicate with him, and he's been busy.
Yep. Ridgeline Motorsports, always a good partnership with us. JD and his whole crew doing good things here, and big things going on in St. Louis, all across the Midwest, really. And then who else we got? Of course, Auto Beauty Center here at the Auto Beauty Center studio that we're in today.
That's
and
right.
have been.
Thank you for supplying us.
Yep. Make sure that your one-stop shop for all your stuff for car needs. And then
absolutely.
Check them out. Get on their website. All of that stuff.
And if you guys went to Waynestock, you got to witness a little bit of cartoons.
Yeah, all day's worth actually.
Yeah. I say a little bit. He was take care of the whole show. So.
Yeah, there you go. We had the great bands. We'll go into that. But then Tim, Timely Delivery Service, he was out there with us.
Yeah.
Brought out the cheese truck, which we haven't seen since World of Wheels. At least I haven't seen it.
I've technically seen it, just not at a show.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, he got it set up pretty nice. So he's up front with us.
I'm tight with the sponsors, and Tim likes to hang out. He goes, well, I want to hang out with the other guys. Want to hang out with you? I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. That works.
You do what you want to.
Yeah. You do what you got to do.
All right. Well, that's our sponsors.
Hey, thanks. Anybody interested?
Always reach out.
Always reach out to us at Craving Cars, cravingcars@gmail.com. Anywhere else?
Check out our Facebook page, YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can message us on Facebook at Craving Cars, Instagram at Craving Cars.
Haven't decided what we're doing with the website yet.
And you can even follow us on Instagram
because most of our followers,
Craving Cars.
Most of our followers are on YouTube and Facebook anyway. Not sure what we're going to do with the website, if anything, because it's not really needed much anymore in the world of social media.
It hasn't really.
Yeah, no, it's a good landing place.
But on a bigger thing, I mean, sure, I think they're great, but I don't know that it's necessary. But because we have platforms already, you can reach out to us.
Yeah. Just think if you go too many places, then you get kind of lost. Oh, and Instagram. Don't forget, follow us there. So we can find some cool shorts.
Oh, speaking of Tim, he's on.
Uh-oh.
You better not fall asleep on us.
Big T.
He works a lot. He works hard.
Well, big shout out to everybody that's on the channel right now. Obviously, there's a lot more people that aren't in the chat room that you guys don't see that are online, but there's 6.2 million online with us right now.
Close. We are there.
I mean, 6.2.
Hey, that's okay. We'll take all six of you.
Anything we can get.
And who has the point two?
I don't know. It's probably Steven.
Or is there two of them that are missing? Oh, no, he's
There's
actually
two sharing one camera.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Two sitting around a laptop.
That makes any sense either, but that's okay. Well, we have a fun-filled show for you today.
We do.
Have you ever wondered?
Well, no, we're not there yet.
No. Yeah, no. Have you ever wondered on how the technology gets developed for your car? We're going to talk about that here later on. But first, how about that Waynestock, man?
Man, if you guys didn't make it out to Waynestock, you missed it. And we're putting together our videos. We just swapped hard drives.
Yeah, we were actually
data.
going over footage even right before the show. So we were going a lot of stuff.
We're going to be working on that over the next week. Hopefully come up with something pretty impressive for you to see what you missed. And you better not miss it next year. So it's
not going to be the most detailed. Like shows like this, it's not about get a detailed thing every car because there's a lot of cars there.
And we have good people out there as
well.
I
want to give you the gist of what it was like to walk through Waynestock, to kind of experience it, see the people, how much fun they're having, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, our good friend Wheels was out there as well. He's got good walk around coverage of the cars.
Obviously,
there was
He's
a lot.
Go around it in, Yep.
There was a lot that we couldn't even get to because obviously me doing the music, I was kind of stuck at the van most of the day. You did a great job covering most of it. I was flying the drone a lot, but
a little drone. Well, you're taking care of music.
Yeah, well,
he was the
that was our gift
cartoons
to them.
Was the part of our
it was a great
part
show,
of his contribution to having fun with the show and helping them out, and because they're a charity thing, so all the proceeds go to that. So the more money they got to spend to get somebody out there, the less goes to the charity.
That's right. Yep.
So we were just part of the charity to basically
help them out with whatever we could.
Volunteer ourselves to do. You volunteered the music stuff. I volunteered the beer drinking.
We had them on the show. We help them out with a lot of stuff. We do a lot of marketing stuff for them as well. So probably going to be doing a lot more of that for next year's show. So
we work for hamburgers.
Yeah. Hey, barbecue pulled pork.
Just pulled pork and some hamburgers.
Yeah, that's all I needed.
It's a hamburger chips. I don't know why I'm kind of talking Italian now, but it's what it is.
Yeah, it's not an Italian show.
Wayne
they had great bands. The Leonard Skinner band. I think they were a 10-piece band. They were really great. What was it? What was the name of the band?
I can't believe you don't remember.
I know.
Edge of
Forever. There you go.
There you go.
All right. They were great.
You're welcome.
They were great. And then...
someone just asked, did Weird Al make an appearance to the show? Yes, Weird Al did make it to the show.
Well...
You will see some of that.
Yeah, you will. We did. We captured it, so it was a great time there.
He had some VIP access. They were driving around in a golf cart around the whole thing, taking pictures, stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. So if you didn't make out, or you left early and didn't see Weird Al, I'm sorry. He came out after the car show when the party was starting.
And
because Weird Al's he's a party kind of guy.
Yeah. So. And then Buford and Jr. they were there.
Oh yeah,
that was a great time.
Them some bitches.
Bandit didn't show up. He was hunting for him though.
Yeah, probably because he was too busy, racking through backyards, knocking mailboxes over, creating havoc,
slapping his mama around.
Yeah,
it was a good time. Those guys are great. And they do have a great show as well, Eastbound and Down. They got a podcast that they do. I don't want to say it's weekly. It's like almost every other day they have some part of the show going on.
You just need to... I know they do a lot of Facebook stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Is it...
Breaker 19 is the podcast, but it's Eastbound and Down. You can find them out on Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down on Facebook too. They post a ton of stuff all the time.
Yep. They do a great job.
They are.
We got to hang out with them there.
Matter of fact, there may be something coming up. I don't know when we're going to be able to schedule it or not, but they have something they came and talked to us about to do a little something different with them.
Yep.
At another car type of place, car museum at a different location out of Kansas City. So once we can get some details down or get it scheduled, then we're gonna bring it up and talk about it and maybe have them on the show. And then we got a video to shoot with them, which would be a lot of fun if we can do it. So,
yeah, it would be.
What do you say?
Yep. So if you missed it, make sure you put it on your calendar. Definitely check it out. It's a worthwhile cause, and they do a great job. So
they do indeed.
Yep.
And for all you didn't make it to Waynestock, shame on you. How dare you?
Shame, shame, shame.
What, do you had to work or something? I mean,
yeah.
It's called.
Yeah, sir. You said Sunday you worked, but the show was Saturday. So what was the problem there, buddy?
I was so sick. I can't come in.
Big T, I knew you would like the burgers. Figured you'd comment on the food first.
We'll beat them to it. We'll comment first.
Yeah, well, there you go. But we also have other stuff coming up now. We got we're going to do some stuff with some racing going on, hopefully by the beginning of November. But
a couple different racing things going on. We got drag racing going on. We got track racing coming up.
Yeah, we got stuff hopefully with NASA going on. Not NASA, the spaceships, but NASA racing.
No, they're going to be doing a racing course on the moon.
We're going to race the space shuttles.
That's right. Drag racing shuttles.
But we're looking forward to that 25-hour of Ozark?
25 hours.
25 hours.
25-hour race, which is one more hour than 24.
Well, those are
If you didn't know that. Well, they're on a different axis of the world, so it takes 25 hours on that one. So
is it?
It's a full day.
Okay,
still.
There you go. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to doing that. And then, of course, all that leads into last week's show, into our topic for tonight.
No, what
else you got?
Almost.
I'm not there yet. Did I spin it?
No,
I did the
good.
segue too soon.
When we've been talking about this for months now, because our final show of this year, we're going to do a show on this. Dumbest cars ever made.
Yep. We're still building that list.
Still like to hear feedback because we get someone new all the time on the show. They maybe not heard it, or maybe they didn't go back and watch the recorded versions. But dumbest car ever made. What was it? What were they? Some of the ones that you think they were. I'm not talking about like, hey, what was dumbest cars recently? I'm talking about in the history of cars.
All time.
What are the dumbest cars ever made? So.
Yep, and you can post those on any comments on any of our videos. That we'll go back and
post
try
them
to
on
track
any
it.
of these.
Messages on Facebook.
It is very funny when you guys put them in the chat, but I don't go back and read through the chat. I will go back and read through the comments.
Yeah.
So make sure if you have something that you haven't already put in a comment on a previous one we talked about, put it in the comment.
There you go. Stupidest, and always title it
put it in
Stupidest
the comment.
Car.
You got
Stupidest
something?
Car.
Put it in the comment.
Yeah. If you give us a reason with it as
Which
well.
I don't think you can put in the comment yet until this is not live.
Well,
anymore.
not this one, but any show. You can go back into last week's show.
Yeah, you absolutely can do that too. So,
and we'll get to that at the end of the year and go through that full list.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many we're going to choose, but we'll go over, have some pictures for to show you. So just in case you didn't know what the dumbest.
I think we'll do at least 10 to 20
cars look like. Yeah, I don't know. The Malibu very well may make the list. I'm not really sure. But I think it's quite the performance car. I don't know that it'll make the list.
Yeah, it's not stupid.
It's high performance.
Yeah, it is.
It'll make.
Well, we're not asking about. We're not saying.
It'll be the all-time high performance cars.
Well, we're not talking about high performance.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's not going to make the list.
No, it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's not.
Malibu's not stupid. That's a legendary car. I'm not saying mine in general, but Malibu in general. It's historical.
It doesn't mean they didn't make a version that was really stupid.
They probably did.
Or dumb.
I can think of every car that they made a stupid version.
I know in the 90s they made a version that was dumb looking.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a dumb car, though. It's just dumb looking.
Yeah.
But, hey, that might be something good enough to make it.
Might be.
What is your reason? Actually, you put that on. What is your reason why you think it's the dumbest
You
car?
have to. You can't just give us a name. You got to tell us why you think it's
you can give us
stupid.
A name. But if you can give us why, that would be.
Yeah, that would help.
We can add that to the thing, and then we can either concur or say you're dumb.
Debate.
No, I'm just kidding when I say you're dumb. As you were, since we were talking about Formula One last week.
We were. We
did some racist
deep
stuff.
into that discussion and excited for the next.
So we thought we would just talk about Formula One all day, the rest of the show.
Oh, I got to say, big shout out and congratulations to McLaren being the constructor winner for this year.
Oh,
F1.
nice.
Yeah, they won. Still haven't got the best driver yet. That they won the constructor.
So that's the constructor. How many different awards are given at the end? I mean, because that's not the main championship then, right? Is that what that is?
Well, there's two things that they go for, right? There's the driver, who's the best driver, who's the champion, of that year.
Okay.
And then there's constructor, which is the manufacturer of the cars, right?
Gotcha.
Whether it be Mercedes, Ferrari, whoever.
Got it.
McLaren won it.
McLaren got it. You know, they've done it before.
This is 3 years in a row.
Oh, well.
They've done it because not that their drivers have been winning, or not that their drivers have.
Is the season
been the
over
champion.
now? I mean,
no.
do they get more
It's
races?
Still, it's still going, but they're so far ahead in points, nobody can catch.
Oh,
them.
they're already
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's on the leaderboard? Who's the top 3 right now to win? You know, the Grand Championship, the championship, of everything.
It's going to be Lando Norris, Max Verstappen is third, and the other driver from McLaren. My mind just went blank.
So it's a McLaren driver that might end up winning it all.
The first and second are McLaren drivers.
Oh.
They won the most races, which is why they've dominated for the constructor.
So where's
right?
Red Bull been this whole year?
Verstappen's been doing great, but then the problem is his other driver has been doing shitty, right?
Oh.
So he's down towards the bottom of the list, so he can't carry it all. So it's really based off of the 2 drivers that get you the constructor series, which means your cars are designed great.
But it's possible that a Red Bull might win.
Verstappen could still win. There's 6 races left. Yeah, 6 races left, and if he won all 6, he would catch. But probably not.
Probably not going to win all 6. Huh?
Probably not going to win all 6.
Might win a couple of them.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. But that brings us to
interesting enough, though. A lot of things come from racing, though, and not just the entertainment and the crashes and the drivers and blah 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 blah, and not just Formula One. We're talking all kinds of racing.
It's a tech,
but it's kind of a carry on from last week because Chris and I were kind of talking, and we're like, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff that has been derived from racing.
Sure.
That is in today's cars that you drive on the streets.
That's right.
Lots of stuff. But we're like, well, crap, I know there's stuff that we don't even know, didn't realize. And so, Chris made a cool little list saying, look at the cool stuff that made it in racing before ever eventually drizzled down into production cars.
And that's really what racing started off as. It was supposed to be, let's take production cars, figure out new stuff, and then manufacturers would then put that in production cars.
Well, there's also that's also
the only one that doesn't
just
do it really is NASCAR. NASCAR is kind of just a stripped down. It really has.
Well,
it has no.
Back in the day, it used to be race on the weekend.
Maybe back then,
buy it on Monday at the showroom.
Yeah.
You know, race on Sunday, buy it on Monday, kind of thing. Yeah. But now they're just racing frames.
Yeah.
With the plastic shell.
That's it.
You know, they're not real cars. Like back in the day when you saw a Monte Carlo out there, it was a Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
With the racing modified engine.
Yeah.
And,
all that went away with,
and some of the stuff stripped out because they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Like I don't need this other seat. I don't need the radio. I don't need all that kind of
Once
stuff.
Once they started building full chassis, then all that stuff kind of.
It's no longer a production car by any means.
No, it's really just throw whatever you can.
It's an entertaining thing.
It is.
I'm not saying nothing comes from it because I still think there's some other types of development that might come from it.
Tires.
Don't know what it is, but that's not the main reason.
Tire technology.
That reason, hey, that very well could be.
Right.
That very well could be.
Yeah.
But I think it's more in the road course type racing.
Yeah.
That you see majority of it because on the streets you're driving on a road, so you're seeing engine development, transmission, all this stuff. But we got something we want to.
We do.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think that you would do? You think that or know? What you have maybe in your car that you think came from racing. Or maybe you don't know. Maybe you're just completely dumbfounded by everything.
I was actually blown away with the list on
and there's different categories you're going to go over, right?
Yeah. We're going to break it down. We're going to break it down with performance and powertrains. We're going to break it down to aerodynamics and chassis stuff. We're going to break it down to safety and driver aids, those kind of things, and then other stuff that we can throw in there. But we'll break it down that way and kind of go through the list. By all means, it's not the Bible. It's not everything that's been created. I kind of itemized it as the top 25.
Stuck out the most kind of thing?
Yeah, I kind of broke it down as top 25.
Top 25.
Most of what you see in today's cars.
Before we get into this, do you want to talk about EVs?
Unfortunately, some of it's on this list.
I'm just kidding, guys.
We can talk about it when we get to that point.
Yeah, this is joking.
Yeah. But you want to just dive into it? What do you think? You want to wait for some people to chime in?
See. Okay, let's see if some of these guys are right here. We got Will says traction control. He was thinking maybe traction control was kind of coming from that. Sir Retzum talks about his Mercedes CL500. His ABS suspension came directly from F1.
Mm-hmm.
Will also mention something about dual clutch transmissions. I think we're going to get into it here, though.
And thanks, Oscar Piastri, whatever his name is. That's the other guy, the other driver.
We'll just go with Oscar.
We'll just go there.
We'll go with OP.
But yeah, so
you down with OP?
Yeah,
you know me.
I am. And actually, yes, traction control is in this list. We'll go over that. Dual clutch transmissions, which I know you'll like. We'll go down the list and kind of go from there.
What do we got?
Disc brakes.
Disc brakes.
If anybody's seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari, that's where disc brakes came from. They came from the 24-hour of Le Mans in 1953.
Well, yeah, right. Not that actual race period because that was a 60. But you're talking about that racing series in general. It came from that racing series.
But the highlights they did in that movie was brakes overheating, that kind of a thing, right? How do you keep them cool?
Oh, yeah, because they were still a fairly newer technology, wasn't it?
There was, yeah. It was actually by Jaguar in 1953, 24-hour Le Mans. They offered superior stopping power over drum brakes. They appeared on production cars starting in 1955, so 2 years after that racing.
So here is a little bit of car info for you. See if you knew this or not. So after Jag did this, and they successfully made a production, disc brakes that worked. They lasted through the whole race. Blah 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 blah. When they started putting them on the Jags, they stopped so much better than almost any car on the road. Period. That they had to put a emblem on the back saying "Warning, disc brakes."
Really?
Yes. There's a plaque. That was like, here's the model on this side. It had a thing saying disc brakes on it. Saying warning to warn people that if this is going to come to a stop, it's going to stop a lot faster than you. So, in other words, keep a bigger distance.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were, Jag, I tell you what, man, the 50s, Jag ruled.
They did.
They ruled the road. They ruled racing.
They did.
And then the 60s happened and they were getting fucked on money. So.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's okay. What do we got?
Well, on the list that was already mentioned, dual clutch transmissions.
Yes.
Developed by your guys, Porsche.
Yeah. That's my company.
Yep, for the 962 race car in 1980s to allow for faster, seamless shifting. The technology entered into production cars in 2003 with the Volkswagen Golf R32.
Nice.
Two of your favorite cars.
The Porsche racing car, and it ended up showing up in a Volkswagen. I mean, obviously they're Porsches too.
But they want to test it out in the Volkswagen.
It actually went, just to make sure. That's okay. Let the Volkswagen break, not the Porsche.
That's right. Let's make sure it works first.
So on the newest dual clutch transmissions for Porsche, they call them the PDK. They're DSGs, what they call them for. That's what we have in our GTI that I have.
Yeah,
now.
and that's what I have in my Audi.
Yep. And then the PDKs, though, I tell you what, whether this has something to do with them developing it originally, but those PDKs and the newer Porsches are just amazing.
And in case you don't know what dual clutch,
you can't even shift quicker than the damn thing does.
I think most people on the show understand what dual clutch technology is, but basically it's two clutch plates that kind of one's working when the other one relaxes, and they keep going back and forth. So.
And then by magic, witchery, and voodoo, it knows what next gear you want, so it's already basically has it prepped and ready to go.
Preloaded.
So there's no that lag, that delay, old transmissions where you would feel the shift and you can count seconds in between them. This is just instantaneous. Yeah, and they're fantastic. Anything made in the last with a dual clutch in the last 15 years is awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, I think
that last 5 years even better. But
they worked out all
because yours is a 13 and it works really good,
very very well. I couldn't even shift manually that fast. You just can't.
It was.
You can't.
It was on par all the time.
Yeah,
and they're tunable. That's what's cool about that too. You can tune them to do faster.
I had
slower.
a DSG tune on mine. Probably the only thing that still works.
So you can go in his driveway and shift it?
Just go with your paddle shift.
Go down the road?
Yep.
Okay.
But you can't put it in gear because you can't start it.
So here's one I think was kind of interesting. Just turbocharging in general.
Yep.
Like you would think they just slapped turbo on a car and called it a day. But
Another Porsche thing, 1997 or Porsche
1970s.
No, sorry, the Porsche 917.
Yeah, that's a
Yep, and the Renault F1 cars,
nice.
1975.
Yeah, the 917 is that one won a lot of races.
Yeah, and the Saab 99 Turbo. I used to love that car. I used to like that car.
Man, see, so we've got like, what the first 911 Turbo was 1975. That's when they, and then because turbos were such an early tech, there was so much lag in them. But they created a good punch of power. But that's the ones like in the 80s, the 911
the steering
turbos.
wheel pulls you to the side once it kicks.
Yeah, the 911 turbos were called the Widowmakers.
Yeah.
Because you go around a corner. And what it wasn't that the car couldn't handle well for its time. It's just all of a sudden you go around a corner, you start accelerating on the corner, and then the turbo kicks in and wipes you out.
Yeah.
So if you're not prepared for that, you're just
because I had it with
into a tree.
I had it with my 86 Dodge Charger 2.2 liter turbo, which was a fast car for its time.
Right.
But when that turbo kicked in,
it was no Saab turbo.
It wanted to throw you into the wall because you couldn't control the steering wheel because of so much torque on the front wheels.
Oh, it was a front whell drive car. So you had that torque steer and everything.
Yeah.
Once that hit, I got you.
Pain in the ass, but
yeah. Well, turbocharging, I think, got us through the emissions years.
It did. Because they
even with Fox body Mustangs, for instance, they had the SVO.
Yep.
They didn't want to admit it, but it was a Turbo 4 that was faster than their V8s.
It's their way of adding power to the car because they couldn't just throw a big motor in it.
No, because we had so much emission crap until they can get around and figure that out.
Yeah.
Turbocharging, it started becoming more of a thing once the 80s hit, even though it's still an earlier, very laggy kind of tech, but it was still cool. I mean, look at the
almost every car manufacturer.
Look at the Grand National.
Yeah, almost every car manufacturer had a
fastest
turbo.
car in the country, and it was a turbo 6-cylinder.
Yep.
So there you go. Awesome. So turbocharging, racing, yes.
Yeah.
I want more turbo. I like NA though too. So that's what it is. All right, what we got?
Paddle shifters.
Okay.
The little flappy things by your steering wheel.
I do remember racing when they would sit in their Formula car and they had that little bitty shifter thing off the side. And you'd see them reach over there, and it was like it's like it barely moved.
Yep.
And then, but they needed something faster, didn't they?
Yep. And then they worked it where the driver didn't have to take his hands off the wheel.
There it is. Yeah.
And that's also a safety or driver aid thing if you want to chalk it up as that as well. But yeah,
nice.
Paddle shifters was 1997 when they came out. It was on the Ferrari F1 car.
The F355.
Yeah. And then,
Well, it was in the Formula car in 89, looks like.
Oh, I'm sorry. 89 Formula 1. And then, production 1997.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Cool. I know Porsche came out with them a little bit after that because I remember they called it the Tiptronic before they started going to the dual clutch.
Yep.
And it was, instead of the paddles, it was you use your thumbs because it had the switches on the steering wheel. Your thumbs. The old Tiptronics. And that was actually supposed to be faster shifting as well. But not compared to the dual clutch.
No.
It wasn't near as fast as dual clutch.
Yeah, the year before the 2011 Audi had the Tiptronic, and then my year they came out with the dual clutch.
Oh, okay.
So there was a switch there. So it was much better.
Nice.
Much better. All right. Carbon ceramic brakes, which I still don't understand. But
why? Because they're expensive as shit?
Yeah, and I get it. Okay, they work great, but they're not very, how do I want to say this? They're not rugged. They can break pretty easily. They can chip, they can crack, they can do all kinds of stuff.
As far as like that goes, I understand the importance of them in the racing world because you can apply so much more heat to them without brake fading over steel brakes.
And the weight.
Yeah, you're okay.
There's a lot of weight in rotors,
right? Unspun mass and all that stuff too. I get all that, but I don't understand it for a road car.
I don't either
because you have to get heat into them. Like I guess if you have like, I'll just pick up Porsche for actually. Who even did? Who was that?
It was a Porsche.
So it was used in F1 endurance racing in the late 90s.
911 GT2
and the 01. Oh, there you go. So 2001. Okay, so if you bought that car and your whole purpose is
tracking it.
I want to go drive it to the track, and then I'm going to track it, and I'm going to drive it home.
That makes sense.
Great. If you're never going to track it,
what's the point?
Because they don't even work as so. If you take two cars, let's say we both have a GT3. Let's just throw that out. It doesn't really matter what car, but GT3. I got steel brake on one, you got carbon ceramic on the other. And we just go start them now. Hey, cars get warmed up. Okay, let's go race them and then do a brake check. The steel brakes will win.
Sure, because you haven't built up.
Yeah, the carbon ceramics don't work as good until you start building the heat up in them. And then they actually break up. Then they break better.
Yeah.
And with less fade and stuff. But as the street goes, man, even the tech with steel brakes nowadays, I mean, I don't see any problem with them. They still stop extremely good.
Oh, yeah. With the slots and everything they have them in now, they're
yeah, just well, I mean, you got to think that the compounds, the alloys, or whatever they're using in them, and the brake pad technology that's built into them, which I'm sure is derived from fucking racing as well.
Yeah, and not to mention the amount of money you save.
Yeah,
because ceramic brakes are just
a few years back. I remember I was at a shop, and I was at a previous job. I was going to check out shop, and then we were looking. I was like, "Oh, look at that! What do you got?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we got a GT3 up there." I was like, "Yeah, but there's just one small problem." And I looked at it. I was like, "What's the problem?" I go, "Well, you see the caliper?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh wait, so I don't know if anybody else, I don't know what other manufacturers do this, but Porsche, when you get like the upper trim models, you have red calipers for steel brakes, and if they're carbon ceramic brakes, it's a yellow caliper.
Right.
And I noticed, I was like, "Oh, that's a yellow caliper." He's like, "That's right. Those are the carbon ceramics." I'm like, "Oh, something wrong with the brakes?" And he goes, "No, it just needs a new rotor." Really? Well, that doesn't sound so bad. He goes, "Well, until you look at the cost of the rotor."
Right.
It was a $6,000 rotor.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And maybe they've gotten cheaper now. Maybe this was a few years ago, but I was just
I think they're still outrageous.
I was just like,
it's probably 10 times the amount of a steel rotor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can do on mine. Now, granted, mine's not a GT3 RS. That was a GT3 RS with carbon ceramics. But, but I can do probably the calipers, like replace the calipers, new pads and rotors, front and rear.
Yeah.
Cheaper than one carbon ceramic rotor.
Yeah. No doubt. For sure. And you're right. Just so you guys know, yes, some of the technology we're talking about came from other things. We're only talking about it in the context of cars. So, example, Sir mentioned that turbos on planes. Yes, those were.
Well, that's superchargers, what they used in the World War II.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah. So we're not saying that it was invented in the cars. We're saying how did it transfer from racing into production cars?
Yeah, there was a turbo probably involved somewhere else. They just said, "Hey, what if we use this on a car?" But they don't put it in a production car. They tried it in racing first.
That's right.
And then they developed it.
The concept
perfected
was there.
it.
Yeah.
Especially like you're talking about the Le Mans 24-hour race.
Yeah,
I mean, that was always a big one because hey, if they can last, if engines can last at almost full RPM all the time, 24 hours straight. What's it like if you're just putting around town?
Right.
And especially they tear the engines apart, they tear stuff apart, see, hey, what was wearing, what was not, what can we do to make this a little bit better? Oh, it broke down. Okay, what can we do to make sure it doesn't do that next time? And so on and so forth. So
yeah, and then direct fuel injection is another one that was out there. Mercedes did with their 300 SL race car, 1954. And then that was a cool car. Went directly to the iconic 300 Gullwing.
Oh yeah, the good old. Car. So went right into the SL. Okay,
yeah,
that's an awesome car. I love that car.
And then multi-valve engines using more valves per cylinder was a technology used in the early Grand Prix days.
Okay,
Peugeot did it in 1912.
Wow, that was that long ago.
Yep, didn't go into widespread until 1980s. How long that gap is?
Holy moly! So it just took them that long to really get it down.
Either that, or it was just
maybe not cost effective wise.
Yeah, I would think it'd be a lot more cost to do a multi than just a single.
So they eventually got it either down reliable enough,
right?
Because kind of like, you talk about the direct fuel injection stuff. Because earlier on there was like a lot of mechanical fuel injection.
That's right.
60s and stuff like that, and then it became electronic, and electronic is just way more precise. It doesn't mess up this. You don't have to tune it.
Right.
The computer just goes, okay, we'll just put a little bit more here.
Yeah.
What do we got to do here? Oh, you're stepping on it? Oh, okay, we'll open it up a little more. And so obviously when they did fuel injection, they didn't immediately try to do some electrical thing. It was mechanical for many, many, many years before they can kind of like get that down.
Yeah. Because they didn't really have brains.
So I'm guessing
the car yet.
Maybe it just took them that long to get that down where they thought that it was not only reliable enough, but
70 years,
but cost effective enough to build, maybe. That's a long time.
I know. What idea sticks around for 70 years?
That one?
Without somebody saying, you know what?
That
Fuck
one
that, let's move to
and
something
Marriage.
else.
I think Marriage came out in 1912 as well. So.
Yeah, we already talked about it. Supercharging, kind of the same thing. The biggest one.
Who started it though? So
Alfa Romeo and Mercedes
and Alfa. Okay.
1920s
in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, and then Bentley and Bugatti has seen.
So there you go. You didn't see it. You didn't see it in planes until the 40s.
Resurgence.
No, in the 30s too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of cars that use superchargers. I don't know why they put it on.
I'm guessing that, but that was earlier, right? Because that came out before turboing. So supercharging is older than turbocharging.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe some of the older Bentleys and Bugattis had superchargers in them. The big old V16s.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, tanks had them, didn't they? I know planes did them because they get up in higher elevations, so where they didn't have
the air was thinner, so they couldn't use turbos.
They have it forced induction, and the supercharger was what was developed. The earlier thing that was developed for that. For forced induction stuff. So
as they got higher in altitude.
Yeah. And I'm supercharged. Do you know that?
And then, of course,
1977 supercharged right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
mid-engine
layouts.
1950s Formula One.
So I was about to say, well, we had the Miura that was a mid-engine in the 60s, and it says it right there, 66.
Yeah.
The Lamborghini Miura was credited as the first 50s. Mid-engine production supercar. I don't know if that was the first production car, but supercar.
Perfected by Cooper. What is Cooper? Engine builder?
No, he's a dude. John Cooper.
Yeah, but what did he design? Cars?
He's a racing guy, kind of like how McLaren was a racing before they made their own cars. And McLaren was just a name.
Is that the
like
Mini?
Lotus?
Was that the Mini Cooper?
Yeah, same guy.
Is it really?
Yeah, the John Works Cooper package stuff. That's like like a thing that he did.
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't remember there ever being a Mini Cooper with a mid-engine.
No, that's a Formula One car. He didn't. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think the Mini had a.
Yeah.
That's not what he's referring to. Yeah.
And then, of course, our favorite hybrid powertrains, kinetic energy recovery systems.
It's actually funny seeing an old Formula car that has the engine in the front because they sit way in the back. They're like way in the back. But since they put them in, they got to move the driver way up, obviously. But
you would say on the steering
wheel,
way
in the back of the car. Yeah.
You had to be really short.
Yeah. It's otherwise it's up your ass.
Yeah. Not like the Fieros of the good old days.
No. So wow, mid-engine. Okay, that's something I don't think about. I just thought, hey, they threw it in the middle of a car one day.
Yeah.
No, it was in racing first. So there's one I never thought about.
Keep the car planted better.
Hybrid powertrains.
Kinetic energy. That's what they use in today's F1, which we talked about last week.
Yeah, the curse system.
And now they're trying to go more on the power displacement between motor versus right. We talked about.
Yep.
That's that kinetic energy kind of a thing. But yeah, the funny enough, the hypercars that we've talked about on the show before, the McLaren P1, the LaFerrari, the 918 Spider, all those use that type of hybrid powertrain system.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hypercars.
The one hybrid I would like to buy. Hey, what do you got? Oh, I drive around in a hybrid, and then I pull up in a 918 Spider, and they're going to be like, the V10 in it and shit, and they're going to be like, what is that? Like, it's my hybrid. It's my daily.
Next topics we're going to get into is aerodynamics and chassis. So put them in the comments now. What do you think was started in racing and then moved to production? And this should be pretty easy, and most of you are going to start guessing the right ones pretty damn quick. Aerodynamics and chassis. You guys can put those in there. We'll start off with the easy one that everybody's going to get.
Aerodynamica.
Aerodynamica wing and spoiler.
What is it? It was the Lamborghini aero system that they came up with because they had some car. They were doing some active aerodynamics a few years back when no one else was doing it, and it was like the ALS, something like that. No, ALA. It stood for Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva, which basically just is Italian for we just changed the air whenever we want. in a Lamborghini.
It's just a wing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but it changes and moves.
Oh,
so like the front, they were the first ones. They had a Huracan. They was the first ones that actually had a movable splitter in the front to where it can create more drag.
Yeah.
Or more airflow.
Yeah.
Or for more downforce and stuff. So one of the earlier, as far as supercars go.
Again, when the performance, wings and spoilers we're talking about.
Yeah.
Again, with Porsche, man. Porsche 911s, Carrera RS came out with the wings.
Hey, there we
and
go.
the spoilers. 1977.
You know, I feel like
or 73.
They needed that weight down on that rear engine, though.
And that was a mid-engine, right? That was a mid-engine.
No, they're on the rear engine.
Oh, rear engine. Okay.
So they almost needed that in the front just because otherwise, because the weight was on the back, they start getting to a certain speed, the front end lifts up. So if you don't put some kind of downforce on it, then
you're talking more the
then you're losing traction on the front.
The spoiler, not the wings.
I'm just talking about aerodynamics in general. It's wings and spoilers. Yeah, it's kind of the same difference, I suppose. Spoilers and wings. Well, there you go. So I guess then the Carrera RS, it had that big ass spoiler on it, the big whale tail. That's what I loved. That's actually when I was a kid. What attracted me to Porsche so much was the turbos with the big giant.
I always liked the 911 with the whale tail on it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that was always my favorite look.
But the Carreras always had that big old wing that looked like it was mounted to the car, not like it's part of the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays they're so good on it, they can make it very, like something's designed, you think it's for looks and it's not.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is designed for, how about this? The latest Ford GT. It's got all these different like weird shapes and like things that come through and all this stuff. And that car is not, they wanted it to look kind of like the old Ford, GT40, but in reality, everything in that car is designed to keep that car down on the road, the downforce on all that stuff. It's crazy. That thing will take corners like crazy. Anyways,
flush rivets, didn't know that, but that would kind of make sense because they wanted to keep drag down and they held the body panels on with rivets. I could see them being flush.
No, we don't want to bet whether there's going to be snow before Halloween. Somewhere there probably will be, but not here in Kansas City.
Probably at your place, Vampire.
Yeah, in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're screwed, buddy. Sorry. Yes, there was that Formula One car that had a vacuum system that actually sucked the road down to the car. Actually, I think it was in the same brand of, what was it called? The Chaparral. I think that was the car, the company, or the brand, or whatever. So what it had, if it wasn't that, it was something similar to that. It had
the Chaparral 2E race car.
Well, one of the comments was talking about where they actually had one where they were sucking air. They had a fan that was sucking the air, so it would create more downforce than the actual air hitting the car. So they would have more downforce, and they've done that again since then. But earlier on in the racing, what it was is they literally took a snowmobile engine, so it had a secondary engine that all it did was run a fan that would suck air through the front, through the car, and out the back, and it would suck air. So you would have more downforce without having to have the speed to get the downforce.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So now you can corner quicker than everybody else because you have more downforce, and it's controllable, whether you want to have the fan go up higher or lower. So you can lower the fan, have the drag, or have the less drag, and then it comes to the corner, you kick the fan on, and then it sucks you down the road more without you having to
have speed.
Yeah, without having to have all the speed to do it.
That makes sense.
It was really cool, and then they did it for like a year or two, and they said, hey, you can't do that. That's cheating. But it wasn't against the rules then,
right? To
have a secondary engine. But later on, they said no. A race car, you can only have one petrol-powered engine to do one, to do the one thing. You can't have a secondary engine to help in any way whatsoever. So then they had to change the rules and stuff. But yeah, well, that's pretty crazy. And now they've done it on some road cars. Gordon Murray's done it on a couple of his cars, his recent cars.
Really?
Yeah. And there's an electric car out there that at standstill, you can create 1,000 kilos of downforce.
Wow.
Because it will suck the car down to the road that much whenever it wants. But it's an electric car, so who cares? It's really tiny. You can only fit like one person in it.
Okay.
It's really funny looking, actually. It reminds me of the old school Chaparral car. It reminds me of the old school kind of car.
The next one was push rod suspension. Compact suspension design.
Hey, that's what's in the new Mustang GTD.
Yeah, new springs and dampers are moved inboard.
What are you talking about?
Compact design.
The T50, was that what it was called, Will? The one we're talking about that had the fans in it? Because that was pretty interesting, actually.
Oh.
Okay. Push rod suspension. Yeah, that's well,
where they move the
that's
springs and dampeners inwards? That's what you're saying the GTD does
yeah,
now,
the
right?
GTD.
Where
It's well, because they even call that. Yeah. But they even call that push rod suspension that GTD is straight from one of the race cars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight up a race suspension. That's not even one that, yes, it's been in some road cars, but that's still predominantly a racing suspension.
Yeah, they probably have it in every race car GT series that Porsche races in. Every one of them has that.
Probably something like that. But yeah, they have it, and they got like a little piece of glass over it so you can see the suspension work while you drive, but you can't because it's in the rear and you're driving. So how are you supposed to see it? I don't know. It's kind of dumb. But if you got $350,000, you too can have a little window and see your little rear suspension.
Bouncing up and down.
That's right. It's kind of cool because the way that it works, because they can mount it more, inwards, and it's taking up less space. They got more room for wheels, width-wise, and they can bring the suspension in. It's kind of interesting. I couldn't draw a diagram to show you how it works because I don't know.
Right.
But somebody does. Because they build it.
I hope so.
Evictus, do you have a push rod suspension?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then last one for this topic is just lightweight alloy wheels. And you know a lot about alloy wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I mean, magnesium was a big thing. That was like the way, way, way before carbon fiber wheels ever wasn't a thing. Way before carbon fiber was really everything. They had magnesium wheels was the lightest. Because you had the strength and lightweight. It made aluminum wheels seem heavy.
You're right.
That's what's crazy. They still do magnesium wheels today. On Porsches, Ferraris, certain cars,
right?
They still have that today.
There you go. Came out in the 60s.
I think they're better than carbon fiber wheels.
Probably more durable.
Because they're repairable for one. So if you ever mess them up,
right.
You can actually, if you bend one, you can bend them. If you can't bend a carbon fiber wheel, you'll just crack it and then it's trashed.
It's done.
And they're probably less expensive than a carbon fiber wheel. But if you want the lightest, the best, I mean, I don't know which one can be the lightest. I got forged aluminum on my car, and I think they're pretty damn light. But apparently they're nothing compared to some old magnesium race wheels. So strength-wise. So that's interesting.
Interesting.
What was the big problem? So they were in sports cars as early as the 60s. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and then the next topic we're going to go over is just safety and driver aids.
Of course, in race cars, it's always about making things lightweight.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you would see in a car where you normally sit, some of that technology came from racing.
All right, so now we're not talking about the mechanics probably as much, right? We're just talking about just stuff.
Safety features, driver aids, those kind of things.
All right, what we got?
That's that. So I found this to be pretty cool.
All right, what we got?
The rear view mirror actually came from racing, which I find odd, but that's where it came from.
You think that just would have been something they'd be like, "Wow, I can't see behind me, boss.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and put a mirror in here."
Yep, an iconic innovation. A driver, Ray Heron, famously mounted a mirror on his car to see behind him in the inaugural Indianapolis 500 in 1911, eliminating the need for a riding mechanic. The feature was adopted into production a few years later. Now, here's what I don't get. How does the mirror take away a mechanic?
Well, because he had to pay attention to the road. So he's looking in front of him.
Yeah.
While the mechanic was able to look behind him. Because the mechanics used to go with him in the car.
Right.
Because if they broke down, there was no pit.
Right,
They had to fix anything right there on the side of the road while they're all fucking racing around in a circle. It's like, what the hell? And then the thing is there was a lot of deaths.
Right.
Obviously, in earlier racing, more so than they are now.
Sure. Yeah, they weren't.
Back then, the Indy 500 had more deaths because of the mechanics out trying to fix the car and cars hitting them than drivers.
I would be a mechanic.
So the death toll went down a lot
because when
they got to take the mechanic out because they didn't no longer have deaths of mechanics.
Wow.
And then they added a pit.
Yeah, that's funny. I thought that was.
I would have never thought that, man. So in the very first Indianapolis 500, the guy goes, "I can't see behind me." And the mechanic's just like, you ain't telling me enough information quick enough. I need to know myself.
Right.
And he smacked the mirror on his race car.
Yeah, but he didn't take the mechanic with him.
Well, he probably did.
No, he got rid of it.
Well, I mean, I get it. It eliminated the need for a mechanic. Well, that and they added a pit area, but it's like, I don't know that. I wonder how long it took for everybody to adapt that mirror. Maybe the next year.
I would think pretty damn
Pretty quick, right?
I could take 300 pounds, give or take, out of the car if I don't have this fat guy sitting right next to me. Look how much faster I could go.
Like, it's not fair. You got to put some sandbags in your car because, just because you don't got a mechanic.
Yeah, and then they can close off the passenger seat now and just have the one seat for the driver, and they can make...
Well, they sat like this, the front and back from each other. They weren't side to side. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't side to side.
I got to check out some of the early Indy cars. I don't remember those.
They sat in a row.
Wow. Like a fighter jet.
Yeah.
My goose.
Well, they only were like that wide.
They were
very narrow.
Yeah, tube.
But front engine at first. It's because the mid-engine wasn't out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I mean, all Indy cars are mid-engine now.
Yep. All right, traction control.
There we go. That was said earlier on. Who said that? You get a cookie. Doesn't really matter. I don't have a cookie to give you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That technology came out in Formula One in the early 1990s.
Will said that.
The technology soon appeared on high-end road cars from BMW and Ferrari in the late 1980s and early 90s. That's where traction control started, where you see it in modern or in production cars. That's kind of cool.
That doesn't seem like that long ago, does it?
No.
But I guess you know what? You're right, because I remember the 80s cars, all driving the 80s cars. None of them had any of it, did it? This wasn't a thing.
Now here's...
Okay. No, wait. I can only think of one car that was developed in the 80s that probably had some kind of traction control. And because it was the highest in technology ever put in a production car ever at the time. And that was a Porsche 959. It had rear wheel steering. It had stuff that you wouldn't see in production cars for 20 years.
Yeah.
When that thing came out. So it was pretty interesting stuff. That might have had some kind of traction control on it. I'm not 100%.
Somebody look it up.
I'm not 100% on that, but it might. Other than that, wow.
Roll cages.
So when was it? Oh, you know what the other thing too? The traction control, in Formula One in the 90s, that changed a lot. That changed Formula One. They were doing like computer controlled suspension.
Oh yeah.
The traction control. That made drivers that weren't as good as some of the other guys almost as good as those guys.
Yeah. Well, it's just like
because the car got to do it for you.
If you play any kind of driving sim game on computer, you turn off traction control.
Turn all
your shit.
I've done this during Gran Turismo.
Yep.
So I played that one a lot. Turn all your aids off. Good luck getting around that track.
Right. Yeah. I know. I try it. It with Formula One racing, F1 racing, and turning all that shit off. I'm just spinning
You would
around.
probably be able to do it in real life but you wouldn't be going that fast probably,
right?
Because you could feel the car doing something more than a video game. But it's still. I mean, if you have a race car and you go, let's turn all the driving aids off, and then you're not really feeling the car the same as you would in real life.
Right.
But still, you're like, I'm womping. Oh, that's 800 horsepower just spitting.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there doing donuts.
Hey, I'm going to go around the corner. Oh, that's...
now I'm sideways.
Oops. I'm in the grass again.
And another one, roll cages. Now, this I found weird because while developed in the 1950s to protect drivers in race cars, the principles of roll caging, creating a rigid safety cell around the occupants, which technically isn't a roll cage, but they're building the frame in such a way that it is a roll cage in today's production cars.
I guess I would just call them roll bars because kind of like my Jeep has them.
No, not that. So if you look at the shell of most cars, could be three sections to it. You got the center, right, which is, and then you got the front. So they built the frame.
So you're referring to like the pillars and stuff, like A, B pillars, C pillars and stuff. So they're technically making a roll cage to make it safe for your cars. So
because I'm like, how many? I see some high end sports cars having roll cages, but that
you see like convertibles have that one little bar in the back protects your.
We're thinking it differently than what they're thinking it as. It started off as that.
So it's not a visible roll cage.
It's
rephrase that. It is visible, but you don't realize that's what it's doing.
Right. The actual cage around the occupants is actually a roll cage.
So it's called a cage in a sense, in their eyes. We just call them pillars.
Yeah, we call them frames.
Frames, yeah.
It's a unibody or
that
whatever.
Frame basically is a roll cage.
Yeah, it's built and designed to do what a roll cage does.
I was guessing really.
So on rollovers, it doesn't collapse in on you. It supports like a roll cage would.
And it's pretty much in all modern cars at this point.
Yeah, my Malibu has.
That's because it's high tech. That is one driving, fantastic driving machine.
And somebody did mention this one earlier, ABS brakes.
Yeah.
1980s.
That I'm not surprised at that, because once again, turn that 8 off on your video game,
right?
And then your brakes lock up the whole time. ABS is actually an amazing thing. I've been on track with both, like obviously not full out race cars by any means, but racing a car around an actual track.
Yeah.
And boy, the ABS just lets you the confidence that you can brake so much later and just let it do its thing.
Yep. Racing brought that in, but then they started banning it because it took away driver skill. Again, what you mentioned.
But then later on, they brought the computer control suspension and the traction control.
Right.
Okay.
Right. All that into play. But
yeah.
because it was helping the driver too much, like you said, it turns a mediocre driver into a pretty good driver because the system is working instead of the driver.
Yep.
So.
That's interesting. But it's back in and now, I'd imagine, right? They got ABS in race cars now, don't they?
They do. Yeah. I know.
But at this point, everybody has it. Not
I know
just
F1 does for sure.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it all the time?
So it was refined for racing in the 80s and introduction to cars around that same time. So there you go, Mercedes-Benz. That S-Class, they were first for everything. Mercedes with the S-Class, that's what it was. The S-Class was always that. Let's show you what tech can come out. And a lot of it was safety stuff. They came up with so much different safety stuff.
Yep.
They were the first ones in production for seatbelts, airbags, just their typical shit that's like a normal thing that's in every single car today.
What they would consider a luxury thing.
Yeah.
But today we just take it for granted.
Well, because it was something new, so they're like, well, we can't just put it in a low-class car because it costs more money, so then they would throw it in the high-class luxury car.
Right.
Because it's costing them more money. So now they can just charge whatever they want. Yeah, I got you. But the Mercedes-Benz. Go Mercedes for the safety and driver aids.
All those German car companies building all this cool crap.
You notice it's Mercedes for safety, but Porsche for performance.
You notice Audi's not in here anywhere.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, because this shit was already developed by the time Audi became a thing.
That's true. That's true. And then the active suspension, we all know what that is.
I've got that.
Yeah. 1987, that stuff came into race F1 again. F1, I've noticed, is where the manufacturers try to showcase.
F1's the top, man.
Yeah.
If you had a triangle, a pyramid with racing, whether you're a fan of it or not, I think F1's on the top.
Yeah.
Some of the best drivers in the world.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, your racing sucks because F1's better. I'm not saying that it's better. It's just, it's on top.
Yeah.
It has newer tech and more exploratory stuff than a lot of the other racing does.
Yeah, which is why, again, like we talked last week, is why Audi's going back into it, Cadillac's going back into it.
Yeah.
Because it gives them that opportunity to showcase technology.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Stuff
and they're going to really probably pull some cool stuff out of the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you do what? Heads-up displays.
Okay. I don't have one of those.
Yeah.
Do you got one of those in your Malibu?
No.
Sure, trash.
You know what I thought it did when I bought it? Because it has this little thing that shines up at the window.
Yeah.
And I thought it was active heads-up display.
Yeah.
And then I never could figure out how to get it turned on until one day it has advanced driving security. So somebody pulled over in front of me, and all of a sudden the brakes go on and this red light flashes. So it lets you know you're pulling up to somebody too close. So it's just a heads up alarm, basically. It's like, really?
Don't rear into this guy, you idiot, is what it's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, none of my cars have had it driven in some that do, where they have they have maybe the speed you're going up on it, so you don't have to look down at your gauge, because it's only 6 inches.
There you go. General Motors introduced it. Were the first ones to introduce a production car in '88. I bet you $5 it was in a Corvette. How much you want to bet?
It was, actually. Yep. I remember those.
Yep.
That would have been the Crossfire injected.
Oh, buddy. The Crossfire. It just sounded cool. I don't give a crap how shitty it was. I got a Crossfire, baby.
Yeah.
Made from real tornadoes.
Yep.
No, okay. Yeah. And then you got a few other little things. Well, one we already talked about.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much talked about them. Vented disc brakes. Oh, this is one we found interesting.
All right. Yeah, what do you got?
The bucket seats.
Bucket seats, man.
Bucket seats. And this blew my mind on how late it came out. I could have sworn that they had these way before the 60s.
So
maybe they didn't call them bucket seats. But it didn't like the old.
Well, did the 50s Corvettes not have bucket? Was it a bench
I don't
seat
know
or
if they
something?
called it bucket seats. Did they?
Maybe it really wasn't a bucket. Maybe they basically took a bench seat and then chopped it in half, and so they were just
with
kind
a
of a
council.
seat. And a bucket means you sit in it, right? That's basically what the whole idea of it. You're in the seat, and you're not on it like a bench.
Originally adopted
Is
by
that how that
sports
works?
cars in the 1960s and remained was developed in racing because of the high G cornering. But I could have swore like the model. I don't want to say Model T, but
maybe it was just adopted by Moore. But maybe there was one or two that might have had it, but then adopted by Moore by the 60s. Is that what they're maybe referring to?
maybe because I could have
Either
swore
way.
like the old Model Ts had two. Didn't Chitty Chitty Bang Bang have bucket seats?
I don't know. It's just it's a big wooden bench. I don't know. They took it. There was an extra one they had at a
Chitty
church.
Chitty Bang Bang. Somebody pull that up. Aren't there bucket seats in that car?
Either way, it's pretty cool though.
Sequential gearbox. Obviously, we all know that by Lamborghinis. If you think about it that way,
Yeah, it's still kind of a cool thing that's in.
I don't like them, but
that's in a lot of racing cars nowadays. I'm fine with just a stick shift.
yeah, just a stick. I don't know why I have to fit it in this perfect slot.
Well, I mean, technically, a sequential gearbox is what your transmission is like too, because it doesn't skip gears. When you're doing it, it only goes up one at a time and down at a time.
Yeah.
So technically, it's kind of the same thing. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
because the stick you can go from 1 to 5 if you
Yeah,
want.
that's the only thing you can. So I don't know. Whatevs.
Yeah,
It
whatever.
don't matter. But bucket seats, man. Can you believe that? You never would have thought that was developed in.
I could have swore Chitty Chitty Bang Bang had it.
Well, I guess the only thing that was in cars that wasn't really developed at the time was they just put seat cushions on a
bet you
on a
look at
wagon
19
on a wagon bench and bolted it into the car, and
be
now they decided to
19
make it something better.
30s cars.
All right, let's see what we got here.
It had to be before that. 1920s cars. I could have swore I saw them in the 20s.
Ooh, some
Yeah,
of
like the
missing crumple zones.
Mercedes.
There are certain safety
No,
things,
that's okay.
crumple zone wise, that they do a lot of stuff like that in a lot of testing. Not everything obviously comes from racing. They were just kind of picking out some of the cool stuff that has. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are.
Yep, there it was. Yeah, Will talked about the Porsche. The 959 had a electronic traction control system known as the PSR. I'm not gonna even say how that's supposed to be. Sad.
Piece of shit.
Well, it's got 2 words in German, and I can't read them, so it's fine.
Okay.
That's all right. No big deal. But I was right about that, wasn't I? But that's still, I mean, mostly though, you probably didn't see it until the 90s.
Yeah, Sean, I agree with you. I could have swore early cars had split seats. Is that not
but
considered a bucket?
Maybe it's, like I said, maybe it was more like the idea that they just basically took a bench, cut it, and it's basically just a bench seat, but small for one person.
So a bucket would be one that wraps around you,
I think
holding
a
you
bucket's
into
more
the
like
car.
you sit into the seat.
Yeah, and it kind of comes around you with the bolstering and all of that stuff. Okay.
Now, granted, some cars are very little bolstering, but that's still technically you're sitting down in the seat. You're not on top of the seat.
Okay, I can maybe see it. Okay, so yeah,
That's the only
maybe
thing I
that's
can
it.
guess. Maybe
Had
we'll
s-
find out one
had
day
split
and let you guys know what we
Split
think.
seats aren't bucket seats. Not all split seats are bucket seats, and not all bucket seats are split seats.
We'll just go with that. That sounds good. I like it. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
ending.
Good job, Sean.
do
Good
that.
job for pointing that out. I think
Well,
you're right on
appreciate
that
you.
one, buddy.
Well, that's a cool list, man.
That was, yeah, good topics.
It's
topics.
good nerd car talk. Yay.
Yay.
Here on Nerdy Car Talk podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Wayne's
it.
World. Wayne's World.
Hey, we should just, if this doesn't work out, we'll do another podcast called Nerdy Car Talk.
There you go. Stupidest car shows.
But 2 nerdy dipshits with green shirts.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, Invictus, come on, man. Help us
Hook
out.
us up, man.
We want
Hook
the
us up.
suspension in the van.
Yeah. But that's all we had for tonight's show.
Yep.
Keep following
That's
us. We got some stuff coming up. We'll keep you guys involved with what's going on there. Always, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are the best places to
tubes.
find us, for sure. Daily conversations, things we want to throw out there. You're going to find that information on Facebook first.
Yep.
Any videos and stuff we want to post, obviously,
Feel
YouTube.
free to message. Feel free to comment down below. Feel free to like and subscribe to this channel of this Darfar nerdy talk of the cars. And obviously, follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yeah. Just don't watch it. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like and subscribe. That'd help us.
Always helps. Share it out to people you think might get something out of it. Or you know what? If you don't think someone's gonna get out of it, just share it to them for a prank. I don't know. Say something else. Let them watch it.
Yeah. Well, be on the lookout for the Waynestock footage coming up. We'll get that stuff
Absolutely.
out
there. We do have some proud sponsors that are down below right there, and we have them in the descriptions and all that stuff. So if you want to click on their links, they would appreciate that as well.
And of course, our two biggest sponsors are
Sporters Ever.
Yeah.
They
know who they are. I don't need to talk about them.
Our Buford and Junior.
That's right.
No, it's our lovely wives. We love them so much, and they let us play for an hour each week.
Geez, you had me do this show with this thing going on in my hair.
Oh, yeah.
I look like Conan O'Brien.
Have you looked at my hair?
I look like Conan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah. Only just without the red. Yeah, and shorter legs. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Do appreciate every single one of you, always. Yep. I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris Ruck.
And to remember all you cravers out there,
keep craving.
Yes!